On a Sunday in a while. Is this the truth? I'm not sure. Welcome to Magic Rabbit Tarot, everybody. Hope you're doing well. My name is Selena. If you're new here, I've been reading tarot for 30 years. I do so with only love in my heart and compassion and the wisdom to help you in your journey forward. Let's see, how is everybody today? Got my little, is this better? Here, I'll do this. Oh, that's slightly better. All right, so let's get started, guys. Let's get this party started. Hopefully the lighting's okay. Yep, that's slightly better. I finally saw Grogu in The Mandalorian today. Yeah, not today, this weekend. And it was pretty good, guys. So, yeah, let's get started. Yesterday was a 6/6 portal, and that was a great day for me. I worked all day, readings at the Two Spirit Powwow. It was amazing. I've never been to a Two Spirit Powwow before, and it was super cool, and the stories were cool, and everybody was super cool. So, yay! Yay to that. All right, let's go. Let's get this on. Let's play. Whoop. Okay, here we go. All right, Satnin is next to me. She's finally got her plinth because last time we tried to go live without Satnin and there was bun anarchy. But Conejo became a terrorista. So welcome and hello. Hopefully everything is good. This is a funny little burger. How's this? I don't know about the lighting in this here. It keeps going on and off. I don't know. Let's see. Is it okay without it? How does it look without it, guys? So how this works on Sundays, I just go live. It's all right. And for your tarot questions, if you have a question, yes and no, it's free. I have a yes and no deck dedicated just for that. And if you want a personal reading, that's where the links in the chat and the description come in, because I prefer to get paid directly, immediately versus YouTube. If you want to pay me through YouTube, I'll turn on the super chat, but you have to add 30% because YouTube takes 30% off the top and they only pay out once a month. All that said, I'm Selena. Welcome once again to Magic Rabbit Tarot. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I got Satnin and Magic Rabbit right here next to me, and we're just going to get started. So I always kind of just do collective readings until people come in and see what they want to know. I'm very good. I have 100% accuracy, and I try to make my opinion nil as I'm reading for you and your truth. So let's get started. I'm just going to start with the Tau Oracle. Let's see what we're dealing with in the energies today. So as I said before, hopefully the it looks all right. The picture looks all right on my view. So I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30, and I just come on once a week, maybe if I can, and then every new and full moon, I always do that as well. So what are we dealing with today, Spirit? So I've meditated and prayed already. Got my new setup here, got my baby's plinth, and I'm ready for you. So give me a question, guys. Yes and no is free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. That is the energetic exchange. There's always an exchange of energy. Tarot is very energetic. In fact, I was at the powwow from all day. It started at 11, and most of my readings were earlier, and I was exhausted after reading all day. So why? Because it's a lot of energy to tap into the unknown. And no actual clairvoyant or psychic gives free readings. I do free yes and no's as a way to build the channel and do an energy exchange. Get the people in their algorithm, so even if you don't want a reading, somebody else that needs one can find me. I'm an actual reader. I only work for the best and highest good of all, but I am honest, so I'll tell you the truth if I see it. But I'm not going to ruin your life for $40. So I tell people all the time, they're like, I'm scared. I'm like, okay, if you want me to scare you, you're going to have to pay me at least $1,000. Yes, otherwise, that's between you and the divine, and I am not about that without permission and also a huge energetic exchange. So let's see, what do we have in Tarot Land today? So we like to tap into the collective energies. What are we reading about? 6/6 portal yesterday. Year of the horse. It's my birthday month. Whoop. I am a Cancer stellium. For me, I know. But I got that Taurus moon to balance me out. And a Scorpio rising, which is super badass. Resoluteness, determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, a test of character, and self-examination. Hey, how's it going, ears? So please hit the like button and subscribe. I see you did that. I appreciate that. I'm only doing yes and no, so I don't do free readings. Nobody does that is an actual clairvoyant or a real tarot reader. They're not going to give you free readings, just like a doctor doesn't give out free appointments unless they're doing charity work. So if you have a yes or no question, you got to put it in the form of a yes or no, and I'll happily answer it for you. So as far as their feelings for you, you got to put that in yes or no. So back to this collective reading. I love this. This is me. Is this me? Yep, those are my earrings. I don't have a beard though. So determination, I don't have a beard because I got electrolysis many years ago. Determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, test of character, and self-examination. Yeah, so you're resolute, which is interesting because I was just meditating a little bit ago about, ooh, will you become a millionaire? Okay, great. Well, I don't know. Let's find out. I hope so, or not, depending on who you are as a person. I don't think we need any more rich people that are shit people. What we need is people that have true integrity, no compromise, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, and self-examination. That's who we need as millionaires and billionaires. Now, those people usually put their energy and powers to benefiting others, which sometimes doesn't make money. So here we go. Will ears become a millionaire? Ears. So how the yes and no works over is all my cards are in the upright. If it lands in reverse, I know it's opposite, and it's the first one I see. Here we go. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors of ears. Are they going to become a millionaire? Definitely yes. It was a little sideways. I think it might take a while. So maybe by the time you're 90, you'll have $1 million. But by then it's going to be worth 10,000. I don't know. But said yes, definitely, but it didn't come out outright. So it might take longer than you think. So here we go to a non-law. Absolutely. Just hit the like button and subscribe. So everybody can ask a yes or no. That's free. If you want a personal reading from a real verified psychic clairvoyant, which I am, I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30, you will have to pay for that energy exchange so I can tap into your energy. So hit the like and sub and ask the question. Until then, I'm going to move on and on and on. So will my venture be successful? Ooh, well, I hope it's full of good intentions, whatever your venture is. All Satnin, she's like getting ready for her new plinth over there. Yeah, Satnin, it's a little lower than the other one. I don't know why it seems like you're so far down there. Oh, because this table's higher. So my new table's slightly higher, and so I can't see her as well. But you're still there, baby. You're working. Yeah. Here we go. Absolutely awesome. I love that. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Anon. Will their venture be successful? Ooh, what do we get? Yes, definitely. We got 2 yes, definitely's. One was that way, and this is this. And, you know, I put the cards in wherever. So, yes, it will be successful. And I'm glad that it's about benefiting others. That makes me so happy. Thank you for being a hero / heroine / lady who helps others. Okay, so we're absolutely determined. We have no compromises here. Unwavering focus. This is my energy. I don't know. I'm just reading this. But I was meditating earlier on how after all these years, all these spiritual teachings, all these paths, all these business things, all the things I've done, all the circles I've been in, both very ordinary, very spiritual, my path has become more and more clear to me that it is a valid path to freedom and happiness, because every single thing I've done, seen, every alternative new age healing method has all been derived from Buddhism, period. Even the parts that are like, imagine yourself as a ball of light and bloody-da-da. That's fucking Vajrayana Tantra. So everything has come from a spiritual path of Buddhism that's ever going to work. And I know that pisses people off. Even Jesus was a Buddhist. That also makes people very mad. So I am, and I don't even attend the church anymore. Well, every day I attend church in my own house. But here we go. Development, gradual process, continuity, slowly but surely. Yeah, see, this is why people don't fuck with Buddhism. Slowly but surely. A time-honored approach, because most of the time when you go to a healer or a new age person and you feel relief immediately and you're like, wow, they're amazing, they're probably working with giving them some sort of access to power, which is quickly going to fade. So it'll work for a little bit, right? You ever notice that? And then you have to keep going back for other healings and or some other different type of healer, because the truth of the matter is healing comes from within. And if our mind ain't right, our body ain't right, and our life ain't right. So get your mind right and everything else will fall in line. Now, that is a slowly but surely time-honored approach tested over 2,600 years by the great yogis and yoginis before me, all my spiritual ancestors who's done that. And it's harder and harder to practice in this way because it takes more and more time and energy to go inward than anything. I love that this is a Dharma wheel. So it's harder and harder over the days and years and months. And people don't want to do that. And as our, the Kali Yuga keeps coming at us, it gets more difficult to go inward. And even if we have the time, even if we ended capitalism tomorrow, most people don't want to sit down with themselves. How do I know? Because all my fucking clients, it's like they don't want to sit down with themselves. So That's why I'm like, I'm not trying to push Buddhism on anybody, because I'm like, y'all can't even handle this. You can't even go into your own mind. You keep looking to other people to heal you, fix you, blame you, like fucking shit. The call's coming inside, kids. Look at this. Biting through. And sometimes it takes, force applied with sensitivity. Ooh, that's me for sure. Justice, tenacious devotion to a task. You have to be devoted and bite through your own negativity. There is no enemy or savior outside of you. Sorry, guys. So fucking sorry. If there was somebody coming to save us or some magical healer out there could take away our suffering, they already would have by now. It's up to us to heal our minds. And when we do this and do that with pure intention to benefit the entire fucking galaxy or whatever, that's how we become a true healer and a true spiritual practitioner. And until then, you're just fucking, it's just tricks. People may not call themselves sorcerers, but damn, that's what they be doing. Or they're tapped into deities that they don't even know that are giving them worldly power and money for what? You gotta pay for that. You don't have to pay for that. Them deities don't even like humans. Peace, harmony, balance, perfection, equipoise, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion. Yeah. The answer is in your own mind, as well as the solution and the problem. This is why this is not a popular path. But I am absolutely determined and resolute after all I've studied and all the places. And people are like, well, go to this, listen to this thing and be open-minded, motherfucker. I have listened to everything from Theosophy to Neo-Tantra to esoteric Gotia, fucking New Age Dawn, sorcerer shit. Oh, this stuff just looks like, first of all, they've been doing it for eons. You think that you're the first to study the ancient yogis of India and Tibet. They were all about that too. So it's all coming from the inside. Do we need help? Yes. Is there somebody out there that's like the ultimate answer? No. And also too, what is the ethos of the practitioners that you're developing with? If they don't have a good ethos, if people aren't anti-capitalist, anti-colonist, anti-white supremacy, anti-patriarchy, then they're just propagating the same shit. In fact, some deities may give them power to keep propagating that shit. Why? So that the end of the eon comes quick and it wipes out humanity. Wake up, everybody. This is the inner truth. Wow, I'm really on point today. Speaking of, there's Kuan Yin right there in the middle. Wisdom of the heart, insight, clarity, purity. Purity, what is purity? Pure intention, pure mind. You don't even exist, motherfucker. If you want to make the world better, it's for all of us. Not you, because the you that coming back will be a different you. Do you want a better planet or not? Intuitive knowing. Some people don't even want a planet. Okay, we'll realize emptiness directly and go into the Dharmakaya and absolve there as a hearer. Intuitive knowing, consciousness, and penetrating illusion. The whole planet is an illusion, bros. And there's only one way out, and it's in. I'm saying all this because I've just moved to this place where there was like a lot of practitioners, and they're just so full of shit. Oh God. They haven't done any anti-colonial work. They don't look at their mind. Their nervous systems are totally fucking unregulated. I'm just like, wow. Where we go, there you are. It's the same. So we can do this, everybody. I believe in us. But we have to be resolute and understand that there's no one or nothing outside of you that can give you what you seek. Sorry. So sorry. I wish it was true. How do I know this? Because I've spent lifetimes looking for the thing. Over and over again. I've had really great lifetimes. Really good ones. Still, here I am in samsara, grasping at an eye that doesn't exist. So I guess that's what we're reading about. You got to wake up. Yeah, this is how you get your union. You go your inner union. Ooh, I love this sacrifice, which is interesting because the idea of spiritual sacrifice isn't about sacrificing, our life or our time and so on in that way, but about sacrificing the thing we cherish most, which is an eye that exists. So this is Piscean energy. Think of the hangman. And this is the Four of Wands, which is about having an internal union and external too. An inner, outer, same thing in this case. So you've had to illuminate, how do I find this foundation, this new beginning? Well, I have to create it myself. I'm the master. I stand in the world with my own. I got my katanga right there. You create your own reality. I have one sock and it's sticky. Okay, well, that's nice. So glad you're proud of yourself for that. So what is the new beginning in the shadow? The shadow is something that we don't know. There might be at a crossroads about the work that we're doing. Yeah, because so many people are full of shit, right? Like I build a business and I'm like, okay, this is my business, Architects of Alchemy, but I got to make sure everyone's on the same boat as me. And so far I haven't met anybody on my boat yet. That's all right. They're out there. They're probably in some Bhutan or some shit in a cave somewhere, meditating on the tiger's nest. Hey, baby. Ooh, but see, look at that. There's a disruption of the tower. I like all of this stuff. All right, so we are going inward and illuminating how do we find this union that we seek outside of ourselves? How do we do it? Well, the inner truth is it's from within. There's nobody, again, coming to save us. I wish there was. We have to save ourselves. We have to work together. And it's hard to find people that are spiritually aligned with high integrity. I know, because I meet people every day that tell me they have high integrity, and then I ask them about their lives, and I'm not hearing a lot of integrity. I'm not hearing too much. Now, I know everyone's different. Thank you. I know everyone's different. Everyone has, well, I was a singer. I am a singer, but I was a musician. I've been a singer for more than one lifetime, and an orator and an oracle. So she's got a theme here. So anyways, that's how you attain your inner union, is by going inward and enjoying. I look like whatever the thumbnail is. That's a picture of me right there. So Spirit, why are we reading about this? Why'd you have this come up? First thing, coming at the people. Coming at the people. Ooh, I'm going to find out. I'm going to use the numerology card. So if anyone has a yes or no question, that's free. Anyone has a yes or no question, that's free. Just hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading from a true Bodhisattva seer, here I am, guys. I haven't met another, but I'm sure they're out there again, probably just hidden in a cave like I used to. Probably just like I used to in all my golden palaces in Tibet. Let's find out, why are we now for the collective? It's a reminder that happiness comes from within. Something about new beginnings. We had this twice. So we had that on the bottom of the deck earlier. So you're starting over with something. It's like you're seeing a truth about yourself and others, and you're understanding that happiness is an inside job. And just because someone can walk the walk, the spiritual walk or the talk, doesn't mean shit. What are their ethics? Who are they as a person? Not what they've done in the past, but how they live their life now. Are they in alignment? Are they anti-capitalist? Do they speak out for the right thing? Are they willing to sacrifice? That's a true leader. Yeah, forgiveness, new beginnings, and parenting. So this could be around maybe some of inner child parenting or your parent, and to have a new beginning with them. So body reading. I don't know what that means. Anyways, moving on. Physical activities. So maybe you need more physical activities at the bottom. Let's see what else. So I don't know if you've forgiven your parents, and this is about you having this inner union with yourself, or this is about you and your child, or maybe you're going to be a parent, because we have new beginning, forgiveness, and parenting. So I see a lot here. This could be actual a parent for some of you. This could be about you parenting your inner child. That's how you get your new beginning. Forgiving those in the past that weren't up to par, up to snuff. They're just karma. And another thing is, some of these practitioners, I couldn't believe it. My friend's like, oh, I went to this practitioner, they do the DNA codes. And I'm like, oh, what's that? You know, I've never heard of that. I've heard the gene keys and a lot of other things. And they were like, she did it, felt so good, and I just feel so wonderful. And she told me there was a curse on me. And I was like, a curse? Tell me more about this curse. Anyways, if somebody be going to a practitioner be telling you they're a curse, that's the first red flag you should be paying attention to. And I was like, it's past lives or this life? She said, this life, there's a group of ladies, and I just was like, I was like, you know, that creates paranoia, and it's also putting the blame outside of you, because from a true, pure spiritual perspective, the only curse we have is our fucking karma. That's our curse. Karma from what? Not even this life. That's why good people suffer and bad things happen to good people that don't do anything bad, because in some damn past life, you were a butthead somewhere, okay? I don't know if you've convinced yourself that you were kind and loving and giving through all your life, you'd already be enlightened by now. No, we were assholes. We're still here. So that's the curse, is our karma. And we don't want to face it. It's easier to blame other people and think there's a curse on you from a gaggle of coven ladies. Listen, if you have a strong mind and you're powerful, nothing get through that. Nothing at all. They're cursing themselves, man. That's what a true hero, heroine, spiritual leader is. It just bounces right back off. Why? Because you're protected by the fucking universe. And this planet in particular, if you're working to protect it. So any curses are just going to go bling, bling, bling. Return to sender. Address unknown. You don't have to worry about that stuff. That's all dumb. I know, because I've had people try to do that, and they just fuck themselves over so bad. And I like saw it. I was like, what's going on? It's like, okay, well, good luck, guys. Good luck getting through the Vajrafins. Impenetrable. Not even the highest gods will be able to overcome a Buddha, but surely you can with your Aleister Crowley bullshit over there. Surely you're the most powerful being in all of samsara. What? Not even the devil slash Devi Puchamara can really curse us. We can curse ourselves, and we do. That's why we're still here. So we have personal growth. This is about personal growth. Yeah, and leadership. What am I saying? The same thing here. All this is leading to the same spiritual union. Remember, calls coming from the inside. There's no inherently existent enemy or savior. We make enemies and saviors out of people. Okay? You are what you are waiting for. We are all creating our own reality. But most of us aren't aware of it, so we're creating a shit reality. I personally have a great reality. And the more people, my own quote unquote karmic curses have come back at me, the stronger I've got them by allowing them to pass through, never repeating those same mistakes again, and then alchemizing it. That's why my business is called Architects of Alchemy, because I'm the ultimate alchemizer. There's nothing I cannot alchemize. There's nothing I haven't alchemized. It's no magic spell, guys. It's literally just mind training. Literally just train your mind. You don't even have to be a Vajrayana practitioner to do it. Really, you could be an incredible Mahayana practitioner and do the same thing. Thank you. Very powerful. You say 400,000 million mantras over the course of 25 years. Yeah, your voice might sound like a Buddha as well. So we have surrender. Yeah, surrender the I. It doesn't even exist. Damn thing's just a hallucination anyways. It turns out there's no I. Self-love, and that's how we love ourselves. Wow. Okay, I'm going to keep these here. I love all of this. So we have a big emphasis on, there's completion at the bottom. The third eye chakra, because look, 1, 2, 3, like 4, that looks like a 2, are all purple. And then we have the throat chakra, this is about speaking. And then we have the base chakra, this is about your stability. So it's about finding your inner truth, letting go of other people's opinions, sitting quietly. This is the thing, people don't want to do this. Or if they do sit quietly, instead of meditating appropriately or in a way that's going to help their mind, they just space out or visualize some weird shit. That's not going to help you. It'll help you in the moment, but if you're trying to change your life and become a better person, you're going to have to look at your mind, bros. It's the only thing you take care with you when you die. And it's the only thing that you have when you come into this life. Buddha was overweight. Buddha was not overweight. Buddha was like thin and a beggar. So Buddha Shakyamuni was a thin man. There's even the story when he starved himself to try to find enlightenment there. And he was like, no, beating yourself, starving yourself, whipping yourself, even putting yourself, far away from others. That's not the path. It's the middle way. And Buddha didn't have any money. So I don't know what joke you're making, but he was a beggar, literally gave up everything to go help others. So this is a path of completion and leadership and sacrifice. It all comes to surrendering this I, and that's how you complete it. To see the truth that we are in a veil of illusion, and there are many, many demons and obstructors here trying to get us to stay here forever, guys. What's the function of these demons and obstructors? To fool you so that you never leave this prison. Why? Because they will always control you through your desires, attachments, through your aversions, through the systems of oppression that I feel the white devil's created and spoken into humans, or whatever. Some of them may not be human. I don't know. We're not going to say that, but anyways, bad actors. We'll use some funny political speak. Some bad actors. So I love this. I'm going to take tarot on it just because it was so fun. I like the unfolding path. Yeah. Let's see, wild reflections. I've been wildly reflecting. It's because when I was meditating earlier, like again, after my friend told me that, I was just like, God, she just is so easy to get, and, she was raised Unitarian. And so it's like, oh, I see. She's like afraid of Buddhism. She like people are afraid, which makes sense because it's going to threaten your self-grasping ignorance in your eye. So you're going to be having any more samsara after that. So yeah, I've been scared too, but I'm a brave motherfucker. So what do we have on this tarot? Ooh, that popped out. What do we have on this tarot reading? Oh my God, the Hermit. This is about going in. It's similar energy to the Hangman. They're opposites, technically speaking, Virgo and Pisces, but I feel like the energy here is nearly the same. Going within to find your freedom and happiness. Yeah, and this is where the divine, the holy beings, God, whatever you want to call it, Buddha, the Dharmakaya, whatever, they will bless you because you are on the path to freedom. And nothing else will last besides that in this that you're making. Wow. Don't try to give me shit and tell me it's bliss. Ain't nothing in that conch. That's just a bunch of money out you want me to spend to get you looped into something. So be careful who you work with. And yeah, again, I've tried many things and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars probably on healing from some whack ass people besides my path, because I was testing, okay, well, what are these other paths? No, meh. And they just are temporary. Who wants to come back to samsara forever? I should have fucked up. She's a lesbian. Yeah, I wish I was a lesbian. I really do. I really do wish I was a lesbian. I think a lot of straight women wish this. I'm not really all that straight, but I'm not all that gay either. I'm kind of the middle way between, does it really matter what you have in your pants if you're an aligned person? No, it really doesn't. However, I do not experience physical attraction to women the way that I wish I did. I think women are beautiful, but most of the time I'm attracted to very manly women or very masculine women if I'm attracted to a woman. I like that. But I enjoy the prettiness of a feminine form. So I appreciate all beings. Ooh, the emperor. Yeah, you got to be your own emperor and get to calmer waters. You got to be your own emperor. I'm about ready to, cable dog, block your words here, but maybe it's helping me out a little bit. All right, you're going to get to calmer waters after some deception. Ooh, look at this. This is the same dude. He's like, she's leaving. He's like got this basket of swords here, or arrows. He's like, I'm going to get her. He looks pretty tricksy there. So I'm getting, you are no longer putting up with people's shit. Yeah, you're haven't quite ended a cycle. So I don't know if this is you. This is Aries, Taurus energy, but I'm seeing this as whoever I'm reading for. You're getting to calmer waters after some deceptive cycle that you're almost ended. So I don't know if someone was deceiving you personally. And again, the Ace of Wands at the bottom. So you're going to, hi, how's it going? Habibi Starbucks. Thank you. I don't buy Starbucks, but I do like coffee. I'm off the juice. Well, I had some juice earlier, but I want more, but I can't have any more because I drank 2 huge cups yesterday and oh God. So hello to you, Sam. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you want a question answered, let me know. So it's time for you to go within. So Virgo energy of going within, because nothing else is going to work except for you understanding that you create your own reality. You're getting to calmer waters after some deception from an emperor or deceiving yourself with other people. And you're wrapping up a cycle. It's pretty lonely. Do lesbians love Starbucks? I have no idea. Ask them. Isn't your sister a lesbian? Ask her. 10 of Cups and King of Pentacles. Whoa. Collective. More Virgo energy, but this is about you or someone else being a 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. For me, it's Taurus. That's my favorite earth sign, obviously. And then we got a 10 of Cups. So that's like husband energy, regardless of who you're into or whatever. It's very masculine energy, very stable energy though. Although earth signs are feminine energy. And the 10 of Cups. So someone that you love very much, maybe you were dealing with an emperor and you're wrapping up that cycle of deception. And now you're going to meet the King of Pentacles. Yay. What else about this? Who's this coming in? And maybe that's it, is like you're resolved. Because this could also be about like your romance and your love life too. You're like, no, I'm not going to settle for anything less than somebody who's actually standing in their power. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, the devil. So, ooh, look at how these came out, guys. This is very like telling, I feel like. That tells you a lot right there. In the bottom of the deck, the Magician. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So you are literally living your best life after being left out in the cold from someone from far away who was just full of fuckery. Maybe they were married, but they were watching you. And now they're sad. They wanted to leave you this way, or they did. But now you're happy. I'm watching you every move. Okay, now choosing to cut them off. Ooh, King and Queen of Swords might be about a divorce. So new beginning here. You're resolute. You're dogged in your determination because Satnin, the David Puchamara, maybe a Capricorn here. Do you believe what works, darling? Progress. Oh, do you believe it works? What works, dear one? Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have a question, yes and no is free. Do I believe that tarot works? Well, again, tarot is just a method. These could be bones or tea leaves or, true psychics and clairvoyants can use anything. Cards just help me tell a story. That's all. It could be anything. So tarot, something from its own side has no power. Again, that's how I started the reading. I have power from my side from training my mind for 25 years in this life on a daily basis with the path of liberation and freedom and the Buddhist path to realizing the direct nature of reality, emptiness, combined with perfected love. So yes, that works. And and everyone has different methods of divination. But I was already a psychic in my past lives. I came in psychic because I was 4 years old and I could read minds, and I wasn't a Buddhist before, but I was a Buddhist in my last lives, and I was an oracle. So yeah, I work. She works. All right, so let's look at this weird story. So the devil, look at the devil. The devil wanted to stop you from being a star and exploring with a faithful lover. And not learn about the Queen of Cups. Whoa. So I could be reading for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm a mother to all living beings. I have 2 buns, Satnin and Elvis. And I'm like, do I mother them or do they mother me? Do I mother them? I've been reading tarot for 30 years. How could I be 35? Use your brain. I'm 47. I'll be 48 in soon. June's my birth month. Okay. The devil was trying to block your stardom. See, even Satan's jealous of you. Okay, sorry, Satan. You got me last time, motherfucker. You ain't getting me again. That's because I didn't have Buddhism in my last life. I had no protection, spiritually speaking, at all. I just had my good heart and faith and burnt up all my merit and created a lot of bad paths that I've had to purify in this life. So we're not doing that again, Satan. The devil. The devil in disguise. So here the devil tried to stop you from being a star and from exploring with a faithful lover, or maybe they blocked an Aquarius or some star in your life from coming forward to be with you, because it did come out funny. They were like this. They were funny. It was like the devil was blocking all this jazz. Yeah, the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, it is. Page of Pentacles. I don't have a Subaru. What? And the devil's in disguise. Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. The Star card, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So somebody was definitely trying to block you. And maybe it caused, this wank-ass marriage that you were ending or ended. So we have a lot of signs here, but I don't see these necessarily as like Capricorn. Could have been a Capricorn. But we have Taurus, Aries, Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius. Something was blocked. Someone couldn't come towards you as a faithful lover or explore with you, and they had to learn sideways about the Queen of Cups. I don't have cankles. I have amazing legs. My body is incredible. I look incredible for my age. Why? Because I'm a fucking light worker and I've been meditating for 25 years. People ask me, like, just start meditating at 22 like I did. Literally, it's been proven. Meditation, if done properly, the way that the Buddhist monks did it and the Buddhist nuns do it, you won't age. My teacher, when he came to the US, when he left India, he looked like he was fucking 16. The dude was like 44. He literally looked like a teenager. And he aged so well because it's science. It's science. Page of Pentacles. So someone didn't want to learn about you because the devil stopped him. And the devil in disguise. I don't know. Or maybe this is you, collective, who was blocked from learning about a King or Queen of Cups. That's Cancer's card, but it could be Pisces, Scorpio too. We did have Pisces. So I don't know. Hey, how's it going, Alec? How are you? Welcome. Welcome to Magic Rabbit Tarot, sweetie. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have a question, let me know. I'm just doing collective reading. It's been very strong so far about going inward, being totally resolved in your determination. You won't be blocked by the devil anymore because you see things for what they really are. You've had personal growth. You understand what self-love and forgiveness is about. You parented your inner child, and now we have a new beginning. So I love this. So yay. Let me wrap this up then and move on to something else. Okay, well, let's wrap this up. Why are we reading about this? What? Who? I'm going to use the Urban Crow Oracle. I thought this would be more popular at the powwow yesterday, but it's funny. I brought my Native American and Urban Crow Oracle and a couple of other ones. They did not pick those. Nobody picked those. They picked the chakra one. And what was the other one somebody picked? The chakra. And I can't remember. I usually bring about 6 or 7 Oracle. I usually try to bring between 4 to 5 tarot decks and 6 to 7 oracle decks that people can choose. They always think they're on Zelle, and I'm like, nope. Oh my god, anomaly. So I said, why are we reading about this distance? Oh, look at this. So this is a recurring theme because we had the 3 of Wands before. And now we have it again. Somebody from a distance has been watching you. Private, watching you. Because you're an anomaly. Oh, good. Well, Satan and his minions. How's Satan? How's it doing over there? It sucks, doesn't it? You're still unhappy after thousands of eons ruling planet Earth. You're still a failure. Sorry. I like to be fun. I like to have a joke, right? Oh, why do I have so many stalkers? Bless them. We love them. Ghosts. That's why. Ghosts of the past. Talk about a curse. Talk about a curse. That's the curse. Our karma. Listen. Just because I didn't want to have sex with that Mexican princess doesn't mean it's right to curse me for Listen. I was actually more of a virgin. Okay, mimicry. They want to be just like you because you're so balanced. Oh, it's like an emperor is not really an emperor. Yes. Oh, you know what I was reading about too the other day is the okay, so Star Wars. You guys know I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. In fact, I'm getting ready to get another Star Wars tattoo. Can you believe that? I already have 2 of them, and I'm gonna get another Star Wars tattoo. There's 2. I'm getting 3 tattoos. I finally am like, okay, this is time. I've saved up. I've got the money for it. And it was talking about the Star Wars lore and like the 7 most powerful beings in Star Wars lore. And like one of them was, I think it was like a Sith Lord that had, this is like in the Old Republic. Okay, this is for nerds. So this is for nerds. So if you're into Star Wars and you're a nerd, but it's all about Buddhism. Again, everything fucking goes back to Buddhism, y'all. It's all just a ripoff of Buddhism. Everything in every Star Wars canon or legend is all just Buddhist. I'm like, wow, they just took the thing and somebody read the thing and they made a thing. But the most powerful, according to Star Wars legends and lore, is like a Sith master who had mastered both sides of the Force, right? And I guess they had realized, realized all the dark side energy and then realized all of the light side energy. And then they had this ability basically to control the entire universe. I was like, okay, you're almost at it because it's kind of like the idea of a gray Jedi, right? And similar to a Vajra master, understanding that we create our own reality and all the good and bad is just a projection of our mind. But a true all-powerful being, which would be like a Buddha, isn't going to use their mind in a negative way to harm others. And that's the difference. I'm like, you're so close, but you didn't quite get it. So really, basically, nobody in Star Wars as we know it, from like episodes 1 through 9, is 1 through 9 is basically only the Mahayana path. They're not even that realized of a being because they haven't fully realized emptiness. So it's interesting from that point of view too, because I'm like, oh, this makes sense because they don't have the ability to see past the illusion of self-grasping. Yeah, this is the kind of nerd I am. That's the kind of nerd I am. I was working with a client the other day. I'm like, okay, make a list of all the things your future partner is going to like in you. And she starts with like this list of like her life mission. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Like, but that's not discerning you from like me and like all the spiritual practitioners who have a life mission to benefit others. Like what's special about you that your future man, it's because she likes men, it's going to want. And she had a hard time coming with a list. And I'm like, for me, it's this kind of shit. Future husband's gonna be like, oh my god, man, the way that she can just see dharma and everything and make these connections about all these stories that come from the mind. Like, they're gonna love all that nerddom. It's gonna turn him on. He's gonna like, whoa, just see her make those connections from all of our anime. And she can sing about it. He's gonna love it. Yeah, so interesting. This fell out in reverse on the devil, which it's like the devil wasn't prepared for your ass. I don't know why he had countless. We all predicted it. He nuked it. He thought I was going to come to low realms with him. Too bad. I got too much good karma. So you're getting prepared for something great, and the devil was not prepared for you. Satan's like, you're a little too balanced here. You're gonna become another Buddha. Right? They try to displace you. What else? Why are we reading about this? Yeah, your routine. Oh, I went from the city to the country. Hallelujah. I'm a Hallmark fucking story. So maybe they watch your routine and they have a routine, something about coming and going. Maybe you travel for work. Oh, there's a routine you do every day to keep you balanced. That's a good one. All water signs should be purifying in water all the time. Oh my God. And just as I said that, see, you guys can see how psychic and powerful I am. Just as I said that, that's how we do it. We're waterproof. I did read somewhere, which is funny because I'm like, you know, these IG algorithms are hilarious, right? And everything's an illusion, guys. Thank you. I'm going to end this reading here. So if you have a yes or no question, yes and no is free, everybody. Just hit the like button and subscribe. But yeah, it's all a dream. We're just at ourselves in the mirror of samsara, projecting reality. The Lord of Darkness is trying to make us project bad realities because then he can rule, but his rule's over now because the anomaly is here. And I don't think Satan was prepared. But you're waterproof. Oh, I was reading something on IG because, again, these AI algorithms are hilarious. That's why I'm not on Instagram. I'm actually thinking about getting off it altogether. I've never gotten any business from Instagram. There's people I talk to that I don't live in the same city with that I communicate with there, but I'm going to be done with it. It's stupid because it just gets more ridiculous every time I'm on Instagram. I'm like, this is becoming more and more insane. Like, how are these... It's like if you see Satan like coming through the algorithm, let me get you, girl. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Woo. So in it was like, it was saying sometimes I like it, you know, sometimes a good algorithm. I was like, yeah. But then again, it's kind of reifying beliefs, and then sometimes the beliefs are insane. And I'm like, what's going on with the weird aliens and the weird stuff? New age people. And I'm like, I don't even think these are people. I think they're just AI fake people. So one of the posts I saw was somebody saying that water signs are so protected by water deities because water is life. So where I live, we have to protect water, and we have done. We protected the Pesala, and recently just the Craven Canyon that somebody wanted to mine uranium in. And so water is life. We have to have water. You know, the AI techno-fascists are coming for our water. We got to protect it, everybody. There's nothing more important than water. If you don't mind the constant droning of the 24 hours noise that these huge data center makes, you should definitely mind the fact that they're going to destroy your water. And without water, you know, that's it, guys. We need water. So I've come to help protect the water. So back to the water. I'm a water protector and a water spirit and a heavy water sign, right? I'm a triple Cancer with a Scorpio rising. And so this is how I purify a lot, is water. And various water rituals in every day. So you won't be able to fight water with water. Fight fire if you roll water. So you have to make sure that you purify your mind every day and let go and let any negativity just roll right off your back. Because remember, nobody's more powerful than your mind. It may seem like it, but that's just an illusion. It's an illusion, Michael. This is why the Devi Putramara couldn't overcome and defeat Buddha, even though he is /was the main deity of this realm, because it doesn't inherently exist. So that's wonderful. Wow, I just gave a very profound and deep teaching. Sunday afternoons with Selena, the spiritual scholar and psychic investigator. Yay. I mean, I do have 3 degrees, but that's not really important. It's just more about me wanting to make myself feel better about the education system, I think, and the fact that, like, I was the first one in my family to do that. But after you do a first couple of firsts, you're like, okay, well, that ego gratification didn't really matter, and no one seems to give a shit, so do it for you, no one else, kids. And generally speaking, I wanted every one of them, right? I was interested in all of them, and they all kind of come together because the one's in education, one's in political science, and my highest education is Buddhism and Buddhist studies at a doctorate level. So, but I didn't do that for other people. I did it because I was wanting to have an experience of study. But wisdom is an inside job and doesn't come from anyone else, as I mentioned. So ultimately, we got to learn our own lessons at our own pace. Yeah. So does anyone have a question as I clear this off from this very deep and esoteric teaching about the nature of reality and how we are creating it at every moment, and no one is actually more powerful than you. They just might believe that they are and thus project that they are, and then thus you think that they are. That's how it goes, kids. And because we have actually it also has a lot to do with capitalism and the white devil's sorcery of removing the commons and creating this idea of ownership and possession, so that, you know, this is a very unequal world and very good white devil fuckery. And so, yeah, and so quickly destroyed the planet. So the devil did their job, eh? Eh? Gonna wipe us out again, eh? Well, not all of us. Jesus was a Buddhist. I don't know Buffalo. Calling me crazy. Look what you're putting in there. I ain't even watching it. Bless you. Oh, bless their heart. Bless their heart. That's what they say. Oh, sometimes I like to watch the, I've thought about doing like, because sometimes my Southern accent will come out real thick. You know that lady who does, well, no, because Buddhists don't believe in a creator God. So we understand emptiness and realize it directly. There is no, we are creating our own reality. We are the creators. Hello. Otherwise, you couldn't attain enlightenment, because then you'd be surpassing your quote unquote creator. What creator would want to keep you trapped in an illusion prison so that you could worship them? That's kind of fucking weird. Sounds like a kink fetish to me. Hey man, if you need my praise to get off, you got a problem. I lived in the South for 12 years. I lived in the South for 12 years. Florida. And in another lifetime. Okay, so we're going to do what's next. Anybody? Anyone have a question? Yes or no? I don't know. The hell realms, is that where you're from, Caleb? Because it kind of sounds like that's what your mind is made out of. But we love you anyways. It's a good thing about being a Buddhist is we love all beings. Don't mean we fuck with them. Don't mean we hang out with them. Don't mean we send them off with blessings. Just means we love them. And we hope they find the happiness and freedom that they seek. Does anyone have a yes or no question? Yes and no is free. Hit the like button and subscribe. So I'm going to go ahead and give some spoilers for The Mandalorian and Grogu. First of all, it's exactly what it should have been. So I don't know why people are like in their tail butt and a butt thing. Okay. Also too, I went and rewatched the series. I fucking know that last episode of The Mandalorian had been changed. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't gaslight me, Jon Favreau. This did not happen the first time I watched this ending. So Disney is all about the fuckery because they just go in and change some shit, right? They're literally rewriting history. So they changed the end of it, but regardless of that weird change at the last episode, it still would have been in alignment with the movie because all we pretty much realized was like, okay, so now they're pals, right? Like Grogu is Mando's, it's his apprentice. And so they're just going to go around doing apprenticey stuff. And that's exactly what the movie was. There was no greater plot. We've already solved the greater plot. We killed Moff Gideon. Grogu didn't want to go train to be a Jedi. He'd rather be with Mando. And now they're just going to go out and do, like I said, fun savey stuff. So I don't know why anybody would think it was not a good movie. It was basically just like a long fucking Mandalorian episode. That's what it was. It is the best. Tortured soldier. What? It is the best. It's good. I like Star Trek too, for its ideas and the way that it moves society forward. But obviously Star Wars is, you know, I grew up on it, and then also it's just kind of a Buddhist story. Like I said, various parts of it stolen from things. Everything is. I could map it all out. I would do a lifelong course about, you think you believe something? Let me bring it back to Buddhism. It's from Western psychology. I guarantee you if it works, it's Buddhist. That's a new age technology? Oh, let's see who did it first. Does it make me a know-it-all? No, I just see things from the eye of the wisdom teachings. And so that's good. So I like that all of these Buddhist things are in the world in various different forms. That's great. However, it's the devil's duty to not get you to practice Buddhism, so you'll stay here forever and go down with the eon with them. So you come back and reincarnate again in this fucking samsara. So, you know, if you keep, again, putting your emphasis outside of yourself and somebody's going to save you, or this method works to protect, you know, then you're never going to go in and see what actually needs to change in your mind. What needs to change is the dualistic appearance of a reality outside of you. We are co-creating reality together. We're doing it, good and bad. And so that's why ultimately you take up the reins of responsibility and you're like, all right, I was a part of this shit show. I know that I definitely was. I definitely reinforced patriarchy in my last life. I definitely benefited from patriarchy. I definitely hated women or thought they were stupid or some shit. And then I also deified them and thought they were great. It was a fuck up. It was a real white boy fuck up messery. That's what happens when you leave Tibet in your holy temple. You throw yourself out into a whole nother realm. Hallelujah. So let's see. Let's think of a question. So let's move on from that. So yay for Selena's spiritual story time. Thank you, oh wise one. It's not my wisdom, guys. That's what I'm saying. I would never ever pretend like it was. I'm just ready to dissolve it away. And I am, and I have, and I'm happy. Pretty much all the fucking time. The bitch is happy all the time. What's that about? Ooh, she's happy all the time. What do you mean? She's not on drugs. Okay. And I'm extremely healthy for my age too, which is wild. I've never had like any diseases or anything. She wild. But that's the power of the mind. When your mind is happy and peaceful, your body will naturally rejuvenate. Even if a coven of whack-ass Santeria witches tries to kill you or whatever they do. So think of a question, y'all. I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do this reading. I haven't done this in a while. Think of a question, and we're going to do a little collective reading. And like I said, if you want your tarot read, that's why I'm here. Just hit the like button and subscribe. I tell you, those witches don't like it when you tell them, hey, this emptiness, man, I realized it already. So you're just hurting yourself when you're throwing something at me. They won't even stop. They'll just take themselves down. Kind of like the witches of Dathomir. You know? Quit harming yourselves, guys. Death ain't the end of it either. It's just the beginning of something new. Okay, here we go. Think of your questions, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of everyone. Here we go. 100 soldiers. That's not very many. So think about the question, and I think this is a 5-card oracle reading. Yeah. Think about your question. I'm not thinking of anything. This is for you guys. Think of your question. There's 5 cards in this. Oops, this is 2. We'll do it together. I like to reveal together. Yeah, baby, we'll reveal together. Think about your question. Yeah, nobody picked this deck yesterday. I brought it, and I was surprised. And it's made by Indigenous creators. I don't use anything appropriated. I would not use it if it wasn't made by Indigenous people. I would burn it. I've seen there's lots of decks out there that are not. There's quote unquote Native American or Indigenous made by white folks. No, fuck that. Or people who don't have any connection to the culture, but are somehow making it. All right, so this is the outcome. So here we go. What's the neurotic disassociating from reality with this shuffle? Let's find out. Is that your question? Interesting question. Interesting question, Mr. Hansen versus Predator. I like to sing. You guys want to know a true story? This is how powerful I have and always have been, and how powerful you are too, collective. If you just realize it. I didn't even know it then because I was like 20 years old or 19. I don't know. I moved out at 17, and I had my first apartment then, and so I remember one time there was some weird shit and I felt like some evil entity in the room with me, and I just started singing. This is so intuitive of me. Realize now, oh, it's because what you did in your past lives. This is how we sang away the, when I was an Indigenous Tibetan, and I started singing, and the energy just shrank and shrank and shrank and left the room. And all I did was sing. I didn't even have any, then I wasn't a Buddhist. I wasn't anything. I just sang. I think I sang like, you have no power here. You can't win. You won't get me with fear. I don't know. Some shit I made up, and that thing ran away. So the power of our voice and our intention is what creates reality, and nothing can harm us if we understand how powerful we are. So number one, the first one is the beginning point of the situation. So collective, I don't know what you asked about, but we're going to find out. Ooh, look at this. Is this the shaman? Who's this? No, he's not the shaman. This is card 15. I don't think we get this very often. Most of the cards we do get often. This is the divine rogue. Yes, collective, you are the divine rogue. Woo woo. Contrast. Yeah, the rogue is the anti-hero. I relate to that archetype often. The transgressor, the rebel who mocks and overturns social norms. For sure. For sure. Society is a bunch of crackheads. And actually, society was formed by the white devil, so that's why I'll mock it and laugh at it and make fun of our boomer parents and so forth, because I'm sorry, they ate too much lead and now they think it's real and they make it real and it's really fucked up. I don't understand any of it. But through swindles, frauds, and jokes, this trickster brings valuable teachings about the nature of opposites. Absolutely. Who could that be, Caleb Dog? And he brings us into situations of exaggerated hunger, unbridled yearnings. Oh, speaking of you, dog, unbridled sexual yearnings will get you stalking someone for 3 years. Get a life. We love you, though. All beings, future lives, or bottom of the shoe retinue, whatever, it's up to you. Unlimited wandering, teaching on the dangers and benefits of impulsive behavior. Yes. That's why training the mind and having moral discipline and spiritual discipline is important. Otherwise, we just make chaos and keep coming back to more chaos. The masks represent, so he's got a mask, 3 masks. Boop, boop, boop. The bad brother. Ooh, I got a bad brother. Actually, I love my brothers very much, but one of them definitely hates me, I feel like. I know why, too. Past lives, we were married. Okay, the sun at dusk. I think this is the sun. I think that might be the bad brother. And this one is the dead who are exorcised. Yeah, they don't have any face. Who are exorcised by reproducing their features. Interesting. Maybe it is that. I don't know which one of these two are the masks. By reproducing and imprisoning these energies, we can better understand, control, and redistribute them for the good of all. Whoa, so an alchemist. So this is the beginning. Cool, this is the beginning. An alchemist. Oh, is that Satrugana? Sweetie, you're asking a question, it's gotta be in the form of a yes or a no. So you can ask a yes or a no question. I'm definitely not as fucked up as you. Because I'm not stalkering people and watching them and constantly distracting myself by trying to get validation and attention from other people, Caleb, which you do all the time. And you have a very serious, sad little ego problem that you have to get validation and attention from outside. That is the opposite of me. I am 100% trying not to get attention from others because not interested, but I have to do this for the benefit of others. So putting myself in the front and being a spiritual leader is not about me. It's about other people. I do not have the lack of self-esteem that you do. By reproducing and imprisoning these energies, we can better understand the message. Always remember to look at the other side of things. So this begins with some contrast. Maybe there was a divine trickster in your energy. Maybe there was somebody that was getting you to act in this way, but ultimately I see this as the beginning of a situation. You had to realize contrast, and that is about seeing other parts of your mind. This is about the real work of being an alchemist. There are 2 sides to every story, and benefits and risk in everything. Keywords: contrast, jokes, tricks, twists, impulsive actions, excess, wisdom through understanding, unexpected results. Time: summer. Well, we're coming up on summer. So I don't know what this is about. Again, gives me trickster energy. So that's the beginning point of the situation. So what's the next card in this reading? Again, didn't ask anything. Resources available that should not be wasted. Yeah, don't waste your resources. Is this the shaman? Here's the shaman. See, I thought that was the shaman, but this is the shaman. This is the trickster energy. This is the shaman. So be a shaman. Transform your mind. Purify. Transform and increase. Wow, I like this. This is the last card in the deck too. So this says liberty. You have freedom. So basically, don't waste your freedom. Oh my gosh, wow, collective. I literally been reading about this. We have freedom and sovereignty. Don't waste that. You have independence. You create your own reality. You're the master here. The shaman walks between worlds, moving with ease between the visible and invisible, and sees connections. What was I talking about earlier? His journey to spirit has experienced many things, suffered greatly, and learned much. His wisdom and dedication allow him to communicate with spirit on behalf of others and bring healing to people or an individual. He leads the living along the path of personal control. Hello, here I am. On the path of personal control that leads to true freedom and accompanies the dead to their next path. Yeah, that's what I was saying. a true shaman or medicine woman, medicine man, medicine lady does it only helps people find their own inner wisdom and freedom on their own and leads them down the path that will lead to actual liberation. Does not try to cure them permanently or even claim to do such, because we have sovereignty. If you don't want to heal completely, you won't. Message: true freedom comes from self-knowledge and discipline. Hello. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Please check me, India. If you have a yes or no question, you have to ask it in the form of a yes or no. So put it in the form of a yes or no, Satru. Just say, ask it in the yes or no question. Understanding, wow, all the things that understanding of the world, compassion, and service for others. Exactly. Knowledge and discipline. Liberty, freedom, ability, guidance, devotion, discipline, sacrifice, suffering for a greater good. Time dependent on the seeker's will. Hello. Don't waste your own resources. You create your own reality. It's up to you. It depends on you. It depends on you, baby. Okay, so number 3. Ideas are items that need to be released. Bird. 11. We have 33 and 11 repeating numbers. So maybe those are your life path numbers: 6, 2, 1, 3, 5, whatever. We have 2 6s. That's a 6. That's a 6. So ideas are items that need to be released. Let's find out what we're holding on to that we really don't need to. Power. Duh. What did I just say? Power comes from inside. I was just talking to Caleb about that. Trying to get power from outside of you is kind of a joke. That's why I consider a clown. Like, you constantly need to have validation. That's super sad. Sorry your mom didn't give you the right sort of attention. My mom didn't either, but guess what? I've healed my shit. And I love her and set her free. I don't need anyone's validation. Let go of power. You don't need power. Power's an inside job, motherfucker. I remember somebody once said to me, well, isn't power measured by the influence that you have on the world around you? And from one point of view, I thought, Caleb, that's an interesting thing to say. And then last night I was meditating on it again, because it was a part of the video I was watching about the Siths. And they believed, that's why they were always like bugging the Jedis. They were like, oh, if you don't have power, you don't really have power if it's not affected in the world around you. And I started meditating on things and how I've influenced the world around me. I say the world around me, y'all. Where do you think this Elvis redux came in from? Bunnies weren't popular before I was into them. Anyways, back to this. You have power, and you have to let the idea go that power is outside of you, because it's not. Power's an inside job. Crow is a rich, powerful symbol, being very closely associated with the shamans, who are not afraid to travel through invisible worlds. Like shamans, crows can be tricksters, which is a type of teacher. Crow foretells experiences that may be unexpected but full of wisdom. Crow is very smart and uses his wisdom to create an organized culture. The shapu stick, so the stick he's standing on, that's like a wisdom stick. We call it a tonga in Buddhism. Often has a hook at the end. It's painted with green and light blue and adorned with feathers. It was used by various tribes to seek grace from the gods or guarantee fertility. Message: all of life is a lesson. Learn the lessons. Yes, be smart. Practice the right use of power and don't take yourself so seriously. Exactly. Keywords: power, organization, authority, gifts. Offered, received. Time: October, month of leaves falling. So let go of this seeking power outside and know that power is inside. And you'll learn your wisdom, but you can't control others. Hey, how's it going, Sean? How are you? Hey, Nina, how are you guys? Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. I'm sitting here with Satnin, my magic rabbit. She's next to me. You can't get her on the camera. We used to put her on the camera, but that was on a horizontal stream where you can see my whole on the camera. And I get more views with a vertical stream. So I'm good. Thank you, sweetie. So welcome, guys. So if you have a question, yes and no is free. I'm a real psychic and clairvoyant. I've been verified and reading tarot for 30 years. I don't give free readings, but I do free yes and no's to help the channel. So if you want a personal reading, the links are in the description in the chat. If you just want a yes and no, that's fine. Just hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know. So let go of the... So we're just doing a little collective reading. Yep, magic rabbit. I got a magic rabbit right here. Is lower vibrations like when you feel negative energy? Yeah, exactly. You got it. That's right, Sean. Lower vibrations. It's when... essentially, it's... let me put it this way. It is an illusion that I feel, if you want to, okay, so vibrations, if you want me to explain this is not like a Buddhist definition, but I'm East and West, okay? So I traveled across lifetimes to bring the wisdom of the East here to the West, and have lived a very ordinary life and a very extraordinary life. Both extraordinary and ordinary. That's why I walk both the path of the, I know my own darkness and the darkness of others, and it doesn't scare me. That's why I'm like not scared of anything. Like, I already met the devil in my dreams, Caleb. Satan's already been there. Ooh, okay, let me ask that question. Did you hit the like button and subscribe, Nina? Please do that, sweetie. Hi, how's it going, David? Welcome. Appreciate you. Everybody hit the like button and subscribe. So Sean, I think what the lower vibrational frequencies are, like the negative energies, are negative thoughts and feelings, the repeating narratives in our brain that usually come from our fucking parents, which came from their parents, which came from, like we can travel this on. It's like a bad vibe. It's a bad medicine. So the indigenous people would say who walk the red road, it's bad medicine. And so when we allow it in our space, it brings everybody down. And it's rooted in this idea of power and control outside of us and seeking it from others. And the truth is, we have everything we need inside, yo. And we were born onto this great planet, or born with this great planet, to enjoy it. And look what we've done. Look what we've done. I see dead people. Hi, Rajan. Ooh, that's a good. Please hit the like button and subscribe, Rajan, and I'll answer that question. Okay, let me answer your question. Oh shit, there's my water. I'm always like, that's the thing. I'm a water sign, and water does get spilled often, but that's all right. It's just water. So, and there was only a little bit. Let me answer your question, Rajan and Nina. Okay, just say it once, buddy. You don't say it again, and I'll block you out. So first, let me answer Nina. So spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. I know, thank you. Oh, and you can't get in my dreams anyways. Haven't you noticed that? You're not welcome there. I've only seen your image a few times. I see sometimes it tries to come through as other people, but that doesn't lurk. Listen, the Vajra fence is tight, yo. The shouldn't be doing his job. You're not more powerful than a Buddha, so certainly not more powerful than me. Just wait. Girl, we've been waiting. Ain't nothing happened. We're moving on with life now because you're a trickster demon. But we do love you in that bottom of the shoe retinue. Again, future lives. Once you break through the illusion of family and control and power that's got its hold on you, then you too can walk the path of freedom and happiness and benefit all living beings. It's possible. You're human. You have the opportunity. You've met me. Wow. Hallelujah. Okay, moving on. Nina. So, can Nina see spirits? Well, of course she probably can, but I'm going to see what the cards say. Okay, sweetie? I'm not going to ask about if you think there's... first of all, I'm not going to say something like, am I crazy? Like, that's why. Like, if you think you have mental health issues, you need to see a mental health professional. And probably spirituality is not the greatest place. Spirituality is not the greatest place to ask if you feel like you have mental health issues. But I'm going to ask spiritual guides, angels, ancestors, Abina, can she see the spirits that she thinks? So affirmative, yeah, I got a yes. That's the first card I see. I didn't see this one. It said it is possible, but it's similar. So I got a yes. You are seeing spirits, Nina. Anybody wants a reading? The links are in the description in the chat. If you have to pay through here, then don't fall down the next set of stairs. What? There he goes again, cursing himself. Come on now, haven't you learned your lessons yet? You broke ass bitch. Wake up, man. It's you. You're doing it too, not me. I'm over here in my enlightened bubble of happiness and freedom. So we're going to move on. We're going to let go of the idea of power, and we're going to move on to this reading. Oh, Rajan, I forgot about you. Sorry, dude. Forgot you, Rajan. Are you still there, Rajan? All right. And remember, I love you. Like I love all living beings equally. I want you to be happy and free from suffering. If we didn't have the contrast, then I wouldn't have leveled up. So actually the stairs didn't go down. They only tripped up. I didn't fall down any stairs. I actually stumbled up some. So I am grateful, right? That's the power of the mind. Even if they rise up against me as my enemy, may I nevertheless see them as a rare and precious treasure. How wonderful. How wonderful to show me parts of my mind I didn't know existed because I had forgotten from my past lives because I wasn't that person anymore. So of course I had to meet a clown. I met more than one clown, by the way. One, I married one that helped me directly purify some karma. But other clowns will help in other ways. So here we go. I'm good. Thank you, Rahu. So let's find out. Rajan, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors of Rajan. Is their liquor business a good idea? Is their liquor business a good business for Rajan? So how this works is all the cards are in the upright. If it lands in reverse, we know it's the opposite. Is the liquor business a good business for Rajan? Here we go, Rajan. Hi, Rahu. Yeah. No. I would say no. First of all, yeah, why would you even put spirits out there in the world? No, liquor is not a good business. The reason it's called a spirit is because it possesses people. So spirit says no. You might lose money. You're also just going to make the world a worse place. So, but you know, I guess if it was a good idea, I would say yes, right? I don't know. I just work here. Moving on. So to the next one. So if anyone else has a question. All right, Rahul, sorry. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I only answer for yes and no's. I've been reading tarot for 30 years. So if anyone else has a yes or no question. I'm 47. 47 years old. I'm the best looking 47-year-old I've ever seen, except for my guru, like I said, who looked like he was 16 when he came to the US. Can you read my cards? Absolutely. Hit the like button and subscribe. No, you just get one, sweetie, unless you want to buy a reading. Then you can pay me as long as you can and want. Did you hit the like button? And oh, you did. Okay. All right, I'll answer that question. So how this works is all the yes and no cards are in the upright, as in all my cards and all my decks, except for Oracle decks. Some of those are upside down, but don't matter. There's only one Oracle deck that it does matter. And it's the first card I see. So spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. You're welcome. Will Rahul move to Canada within this year? Well, are you visualizing it? Are you going to make it happen? Not at all. And we even got these kind of sideways. That's the first one I saw. No, you're not going to move to Canada this year. But you know what's interesting? I was thinking, I was like, what was I doing a year ago? Because I'm going to get ready to go to a powwow that I went to last year. And I'm hoping to see someone that I met last year there too. I hope he comes up again. He's very handsome. I would say handsome is an understatement. He's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Indigenous man. Anywho, I'm going anyways, regardless of whether he's there. But I was thinking about last year where I was. Where was I at in my life? I didn't know where I wanted to move, but I knew I was going to move. And within 1 year, my whole life is totally different. Everything has changed. Everything. And I literally found the place I was going to move. And yeah, so, but I had to have a vision, and I had a lot of internal energy on it, right? Absolutely, Hidden. Just hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Well, it sounds like you might want a personal reading. Here, babe. So here, Nina, here's my info, sweetie, right here. Oh, let me write this down. So yeah, Nina, did you see the prices, hon? So these are 90% off what I charge in real life. So this is the cheapest place to get a reading from me. The second cheapest place is a vending thing. Find me there if you, they're slightly more than this. So there's the prices, babe. You're going to get a full reading. So even the mini reading is a lot, right? Oh, wow. David's telling us about alcohol. Wow, David knows about it. Well, he's a Taurus. He should know. I love Tauruses. Okay, and then here's how you pay me, babe. Right here. There are other ways to pay me too, but these are the easiest ways. I prefer Zelle. Zelle's my number one, then Cash App, and then the other ones. Nancy, if you would like to get a reading, I just posted the info. If you want a free yes and no, that's for everybody. I love that David is telling us about the alcohol thing. I love that. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, David, and your wisdom, knowledge, anyways. So hidden constellations. I don't know how your future husband will treat you, but if you have a yes or no, and Nancy, same for you. I do free yes and no only, you guys, because I've been reading. Real psychics and clairvoyants aren't giving out free readings. How many times I gotta say this? I only do free yes and no to help the channel, and I want to meet new clients, and I want to get the algorithm going. So I've been reading tarot for 30 years, 30 years. I have been verified as psychic and clairvoyant. I'm a real one, so of course it's not free. So if you want a real reading, I'll leave it up here for 2 weeks if you buy one, or you can download it, keep it forever. Yeah, let me know if you pay me, and I'll do reading. And thank you, Michael and Nina. So does anyone else have a yes or no question? So Rahul, I already answered Rahul. Nancy, it's only yes and no. Hidden, it's only yes and no. And I'll answer yes or no's because I'm kind. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. No, I really love it. I love that you're listening and you're like, someone had a question and you're like, no. So And I don't know if that person lives in the US, it might be different, in other places. Oh, I forgot about the water on the floor. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'm like, wait a minute, I totally forgot about that. Not that it matters, it'll dry up, but might as well and get more water. So yeah, go ahead and ping me if you want a reading and I'll start that. Otherwise, yes and no is free. Hit the like button, subscribe. And then I'm just gonna finish out this oracle reading. Oh, there's the water. Okay. I just need one more. Okay. Thank you all so much. I just need one more. What does that mean? What, Tony? One more what, darling? One more question? Do you want me to finish this reading? What's going on? Okay. Back to this. Since I don't have any questions, we're moving on. What I was saying about moving, because someone asked about moving. So I found out where I wanted to go, and I came back. I still kind of didn't know where I want to go when I went to the Etete in July. So then I came back, and 2 weeks later went on a fucking very expensive trip for a 3-day Etete, which is an indigenous celebration, like a powwow, but it's a little different. And still didn't know where I wanted to go. I spent so much fucking money on that trip, and still didn't know where I wanted to go. But by the end of July, I did know where I wanted to move, and I moved July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. It took me 7 months to get everything together and move cross country from Florida. So, but I pushed hard. Like, I busted my ass, and I made that shit happen. But first I had to know where I wanted to go, and that's why I hadn't moved for so long, because I was like, well, I don't know what's next. Anywho, moving on. Oh, thank you. I don't drink alcohol, period. I don't have anything necessarily inherently against it, but I already, like, over that shit. The truth of it now is it puts me to sleep. If I have, like, a drink, I just get sleepy. I think that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a tincture used sparingly. So what we don't want to release, or what we want to release, is our need and a desire for power. I just need one more sub so I can go live, please. What? I don't understand. So, next one is external resources such as opportunities that can help. Ooh, I like this. Oh, we have a lot of masculine energy in this one. Look, we have the stick twice. What's the stick called? Anyways, we have the stick twice. There's me. I'm a horse lady. This looks like he's related to the other guy. So this is, I do believe, Tarawa. So this is the external resources, such as opportunities that can help. So this card, yeah, is Tarawa and the Cosmic Buffalo. Interesting. Tarawa and the Cosmic Buffalo. Tarawa is the god of the heavens, the creator of the world, the guardian of the cosmic buffalo. Each buffalo hooves is a part of the cadence of the 4 eras, moving until it's completely consumed. So here we are, we're at the end of the era, guys. When the last hoof is consumed, the world will enter a phase of destruction. I think we're probably in it. From which we'll rise again only with buffalo's rebirth. Hello, next eon, da-da-da, Maitreya comes. This is the life cycle, and a reminder that there is a proper time for everything. Periods of lack are followed by times of abundance. Message. Interesting. So this is something about, what was this one? This card's placement? Sorry. External resources and opportunities that can help. Message, if things are not how you'd like, remember that natural cycles of life will bring change. Everything is born, grows, dies, and attains fulfillment. Keywords: fulfillment, completion, cycles, rebirth, power, time, ending of a conclusion of a situation. So something is ending right now, collective, for you. Oh, I like that question, Honeybee. I mean, I want you to do what you want to do, babe, but I'll ask the cards. Please hit the like button, Honeybee, and subscribe. I can see those go up because I have my studio open. So when you do that, let me know. I love this card. This is one of my favorite decks. It's hard to find, like I said, actual Native American cards that are made by Native Americans or indigenous people. I think one of these writers she might be Brazilian, but she's an indigenous person anyways. So this is saying that the cycle is ending and this is a resource. So if things aren't going your way yet, just know it's almost there. So honeybee, please hit the like button and subscribe, sweetie, and I'll answer that question. Yes and no is free. But ultimately, you should do what you think is right, right? Like I tell all my clients before I read, no tarot reader. That's what I'm saying. No tarot reader, no healer. My guru never. My holy, enlightened, 92-pound Buddha Haruka Tibetan spiritual guide, who's passed now, never told me what to do. Never. In fact, he did his very best to evade personal questions. It used to make me so angry. Because he gave me everything to show me that if I make certain decisions, these will be the outcomes. And as long as I'm motivated by wisdom and compassion, I'll be okay. So I always tell people, you are the boss of your life. Do what you want. Don't listen to the cards. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anything. However, the cards are here to help us, right? So hit the like button and subscribe. And let me know. So I will ask the cards if that's what you want to know, but I do want it to be up to you, right? Because you're the boss. You're the one creating your life. But spirit, my cards are legit, meaning that like I don't have bad energies in spirit. Nothing can get through the Vajra fence, y'all. This shit's impenetrable. Just ask Buddha. So that's why bad energies and entities don't come through in my readings. I'll see some shit that I don't want to see sometimes. But I have to be careful about what I share with people because I'm like, okay, do they really want me to say this and know that I know this? So periods of lack are followed by abundance. So there's a conclusion and a wrapping up of a cycle here, collective. Oh, thank you. I am sweet and loving. I can also be wrathful and terrifying, but only out of love. See, that's the difference between anger. So what's the difference between anger and wrath is motivated by compassion. It's like when a mom yells at their kid when they're running across the street, but the kid still gets scared, right? And cries, but they didn't do anything wrong. It's just the mom's trying to protect them. So yeah, I'm loving and kind and sweet, and I can also be quite wrathful. And I'm not afraid of the cops or the government or the Israeli government or death or anything. Because you can't force ghosts kill nobody. I'm Qui-Gon Jinn over here. All right, here we go. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. Yes, exactly. Gotta have balance. Should honeybee keep dating K? So how this works is all my cards on the upright. If it lands in reverse, we know it's the opposite. So let's see what it says. Hey, how's it going, King? How are you? So welcome to everybody. Please hit the like button, subscribe. That gets you a free yes and no. I'm a real psychic and clairvoyant, reading for 30 years. Nobody gives out free readings if they're a real one, but I do free yes and no so I can help the channel. So should honeybee keep dating K? Whoa, I see a yep. Are you doubting? That was the first card I saw. See how it's kind of sideways? I feel like you're doubting, but you should keep dating. Are you just scared because you're being activated in your nervous system, or is it because they may not be everything on the list? I tell all my clients this: if you're trying to manifest your soulmate, the one, the true love that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you got to make a fucking list, guys. And if the shit ain't on that list, baby, they ain't the one. And if the list is too shallow, like 6 foot, 6 figures, 6-pack, then I can't help you because you're not on the path of manifestation anyways. You're probably concerned with the world's most wrongest things. Because 6 foot, 6-pack, 6 figures ain't going to make a good family. Maybe the 6 figures will help. The 6-pack will definitely keep the love alive. But anyways, you get my point. I'm not, but it is very extreme lifestyle. Oh, okay. But I'm hanging with him and the vibes are right. Well, just enjoy it then, I feel like, right? Just enjoy it. If you're not trying to manifest your true love soulmate partner, then just enjoy. Be careful. Wear condoms. You know, don't bring a baby into the world with someone you just like hanging out with. This is why we're all fucked up, you guys, is because our parents had no consequences. They're fucking morons. My dad was a moron for sleeping with my mother, but he was only 17 years old, so she was a few years older, and she was a very powerful witch on her own right. Demon witch, demoness. My poor dad got hornswoggled, lost his future. But that was his choice too, because he could have taken the reins of his life and made different decisions and not ended up that way, but he was scared and young and didn't have a good support system. All right, finally, the possible evolution of the situation. Ooh, card 28. Communication. So interesting. You might be receiving some communication. A tough cycle has ended here. And something might be coming through regarding a job or a person. I don't know. It says the feather. The feathers are an important part of Native American rituals. Feathers are tied to poles, which are placed in the fields and mountains to create a rustling noise, the voice of the gods. They represent both prayer, both active speaking aspect, as well as the passive listening aspect. Feathers are also a sign of great respect and honor, and those are considered gifts from spirit. Receiving one, whether from, oh my God, I saw a spirit. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about this. Oh, you just watched the recent Star Wars movie? Which one? Grogu and the Mandalorian? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm okay. You watched Grogu and the Mandalorian? Talk to me. Or which other one Star Wars movie? Like one of the last three? Talk to me about it. I am obsessed with Maul, Sith Warlord. The Dark Warlord. I don't remember the side thing is called, but everybody fucking loves Maul. It is the best Star Wars anime. And I was like, why is it so good? I'm like, oh, it was the writing, it was the voice acting, but it was the animation. The animation is the best that Disney's done so far. Of course, Dave Filoni produced it and he wrote some of it. I don't think he wrote any of them, but he produced it. He was, I think, the executive producer. I don't know about the showrunner, but anything Filoni does is going to be great. It's really Jon Favreau that fucked up everything. Like, who let that fucking crackhead in? But anywho, member Barry's Gen X. Member? Gen Xers, I can't stand them. Bless their heart, I love them. I'm one of them at the very, very end. But I don't relate to them at all. So, what was I blabbling about? What did you see? That one? Grogu and the Mandalorian? Yeah, we just watched it. I watched it too. I just saw it the other day. Finally, because I wanted to rewatch the series before I saw it again. And it was fun. It was hilarious, you guys. I brought Grogu with me. I have a big Yoda doll, the baby Yoda doll, and I just brought it into the theater. My poor date. You know, like, I felt bad for him. Yep, this is the kind of nerd you're hanging out with. Okay, so moving on to the feather, the communication. So this is the most likely possible, this is possible evolution of a situation. Possible. Feathers are also signs of respect. Oh, the story of the feather. I want one too. Yeah, I have a bunch of them. My ex-husband used to buy me. I had a whole Star Wars shelf. I had so, like, every time, probably every time he cheated on me, he brought me to, no, every time he would go out and spend stuff on me. He was trying to make up for many things, I'm sure. But he would buy me Star Wars toys. So I had so many Star Wars toys. I had like a big, huge shelf of Star Wars stuff. I had every sort of baby Grogu you would ever want. I had like actually 3 Star Wars shelves of things. I left them behind. I gave them to him. I said, I don't care about this stuff anymore. You can have it. I'll have what I want. And then I moved the rest out. I'm like, I don't need any. I'm like a grown adult now. So I still have a few more. But this is one of the funniest ones. This is one of the funniest ones. Is this. So I don't know if you saw The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, but one day, because I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I can't remember what it was. It was when I lived in Sarasota. I remember that. And I was, you know, in the days where I used to try to fill my pain with stuff. I am a Taurus moon. So I cannot remember what I was doing, but I was somehow suffering in my mind, probably over my false flame journey back in 2018. And out of nowhere, I was like, I wonder if they make a Snoke plushie. This is the thought I had. Listen, isn't this hilarious? Come back, honeybee. That's just my grandma snort. My grandma used to snort every time she laughed. I loved it. She was a horse too, born in the other horse. Oh God. I don't know why I got the download. Must have been a download. Either that or I created this thing out of thin fucking air and it appeared immediately afterwards. Either way, I'm either a master magician or I got the download about this fucking thing. And I said, I wonder if they make a Snoke plushie. I got up. I laughed. I said, Selena, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. A Snoke plushie. First of all, Snoke wasn't even that popular. He was only in the first 2 movies, and he was kind of like an ancillary character. And yeah, and I then Googled it, and I fucking found this Snoke plushie on eBay. So I guess when the second movie, or maybe the first, came out, you know how like Walgreens was big on the Star Wars toys? This is from Walgreens. It's Hasbro, I think. Is it? So it's real. It's like a real Star Wars thing. Yeah. Made in Vietnam, but no, it was from, yeah, it's a Lucasfilm. So it is not Hasbro, it's Lucasfilm Toys. I think he might have a Hasbro contract. Anyways, they were only released through Walgreens. And so I don't know how many other ones, I didn't look. I'm assuming this was before The Mandalorian, of course. So they made him, and I think there was 3 or 4 other ones, but I was like, this is not real. Is this real? So I ordered it immediately. I overpaid for it, right? Because people will do that. They'll buy things and then they'll charge way too much. So I'm sure it was like an $8 thing, and I paid probably 2 or 3 times that. It doesn't matter, because again, I used to try to feel my suffering, especially when I was going through my dark night of the ego and my first false flame journey. It was very hard then. I had a lot of suffering, and so I bought a lot of crap. and I bought this guy, and I slept with this motherfucker for like a month. Oh, right. They don't have a Star Wars tarot cards, babe. I would have already bought them. The only thing that they have for Star Wars in Tarot and Oracle is this. They have fan cards made like on Kickstart, but they're ugly. Like the artwork's not that good. I don't want to get it. They don't have a Doctor Who tarot deck. The only fandom that I've been able to get a hold of for things I like is Marvel tarot deck and Star Trek tarot deck, which I bought for my friends. So I'm not that big of a Star Trek fan. I'm not buying it for myself. Anywho, back to this story. I was talking about a feather. Somehow Snoke got in here. So there's Snoke. So that just shows you that you can cuddle even the worst demons. And that's how you become a true shaman or shaw woman or shaw lady, a medicine person, right? Is you can cuddle with your own demons, but you don't use them. It's not like that. I'm angry, but I'm going to punch you with these crystals. No, it's not like that. That's just people accepting and allowing themselves to go into their darkness. You have to literally integrate it into your mind stream so that it can be used with the highest intention. So I love a Snoke. I love the Snoke. And that was definitely a dark part of my life then. And so I definitely was going through some rough stuff. Every stone, so the message, every stone, plant, animal, or situation you meet has a message. Whoa. So I was on a walk recently around here, and I found, this is incredible because I didn't even know this existed. You know how you see blackbirds and sometimes they have like a sheen on them? It looks like a rainbow. I found a black, beautiful feather with rainbow feathers on it. And I was like, is this for real? This is my Garuda, black with rainbow feathers. Anywho, on a side note. Keywords: communication, affirmative answer to a question, success, honor, respect, and power within a month. Very good. Okay, so whatever you asked about, looks like there's communication coming through. Let go of your need for power. The cycle is ending. All good stuff. Okay, guys. Well, I didn't have any requests for personal reading. I've been on here about an hour and a half. So yes and no is still free. I'll stay on a minute. Maybe I'll do some tarot real quick. You guys want a love reading? You know, I like love readings. I'll always be throwing in a love reading at the end. Just because people want it. I never ever, when I do vending, nobody ever asks about love. Now love will come up, but hardly anyone ever asks about it. But yesterday, I had a lady that wanted a love reading and I had to do it. It was quite a bit because she's not anywhere near. I didn't want to say this to her because I could tell she wasn't open to it, but she's nowhere near manifesting what she thinks she wants. She can, but she's pretty far off, and it will be a minute, and it requires healing, right? That's the hard part that people don't want to admit. Yeah, you can manifest a partner, but it's probably gonna be the same shit ass partner you ever did because you haven't healed the part of yourself that manifested that person in the first place because the lesson hasn't been integrated into your consciousness. Hey, you didn't even ask a question. Hi, how's it going, Sheila and Witch King and Kang? Is my yes and no is free, everybody. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Everything else is pinned in the chat or description. I do 2 free readings. Does my boss lady love me? Whoa. I don't even know what that means, but I don't know if your boss lady's like your girlfriend or like your boss, but I'll answer your question. So anyways, I heard they ever get love readings. It's like the only reason I do love readings is here. But yesterday I did one and it was, it's like, how do you tell people, listen, lady, if you want something, you're going to have to change, because the slight mention of me saying, hey, you need to soften up, she did not like that. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to say, you're stuck in your masculine energy, so you're just going to keep attracting the same losers. You know, I hear you. I used to be there. Like, you gotta soften, gotta integrate. I've been subbed. Okay, let me ask your question then. So you guys, if you have a question, yes and no is free. Uh-oh, is this dead finally? Oh man. And I don't have any, I didn't bring me lighter fluid from Florida. I'll just have to get more. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. What? Michael, what? Did we talk about taxes? What are you doing? What you talking about? Michael, you doing taxes? Listen, everyone should be exempt. As long as Trump and the fucking U.S. government is eating itself alive, nobody should be paying taxes. Are you kidding me? Do you want to fund war? Please claim exempt status. You can for 3 years. And then hopefully in 3 years, we'll just overthrow the government, or just actually don't even overthrow it. Just let that shit dissolve. It's worthless anyways. Yeah, yes or no is free, Carnicio. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. Yes and no is free for everybody. Just hit the like button and subscribe. But I'm a real psychic and clairvoyant, reading tarot for 30 years. I don't give out 3 readings, only for yes and no's. And if you want an actual reading, the links are in the chat description. Okay, does King Koopa, boss lady, love them? Signs point to yes. Your boss lady loves you. King Koopa. Here's your boss lady, Princess Peach. Yeah, fuck the government. Fucking thing. What are we paying for? Here, let me go bomb a child in the Gaza Strip or in Lebanon. Like, I don't want any part of that. There's fucking potholes everywhere. Like, what's the federal government do? We don't have affordable health care. We have nothing. We're literally paying our overlords to kill people and make our lives horrible and pollute our water. Like, what's going on, guys? Are we gonna wake up? I don't know, man. I don't know, dudes. I've been saying the same thing for fucking 30, more than that, because I got political when I was like, no, about 30 years. I was about 16 or 17. I do speak, honey. Was my family trying to kill me for money? Kang, if you think that's a thing, we need a real reading. If that's what your question is, babe, you need to get a personal reading, because that's deep. I do speak. I speak all the time. Everywhere, all my life. It's made me extremely unpopular, unloved, unliked. I don't care. Have you seen people? I'm not really concerned with their opinion. That's why I don't really give a fuck. I'm like, yeah, I'm really concerned with the opinions of people who are totally unregulated and living a life full of bullshit and feeding the white supremacist devil. Like, I really care about your opinion. No, because good people like me don't have opinions of others like that. We don't care. I'm not thinking about other people. Hello, Captain. It's a never-ending feast of great bliss and emptiness in my mind. You think I'm putting humans in there, worrying about them? No. Ooh. Dia, did you hit the like button and subscribe? Carnesia, please hit the like button and subscribe. Open an LLC. If anything's your business will lose $0. Yeah, exactly. An LLC, or for a lot of people, an S corp is better. It's similar to an LLC, but if you make under $60,000 a year, an S corp is better. You don't have to use anything but your EIN. That becomes your EIN, is your social security number, and you don't have the liability either. So S corp is good as well. Oh, awesome. All right. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Figured I'd help you out for free if you get more views and such. I gotta go much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, David. Yes. It's getting ridiculous, girl. The whole idea of the government in the U.S. is ridiculous. Literally founded on a genocide of a people that already lived here. Are white supremacist overlords that like wrote a government that's still white supremacy overlord us? Come on now. The whole thing is a fucking monkey joke, in my opinion. It's evil doers. And our politicians are corrupt. I think the last probably ethical politician we ever had was Jimmy Carter, where he literally retired because he owned a peanut farm or something. Like, he was probably it. And that was when I was born. I was born in 78, and that was his administration. All right, here we go. Spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors is Dia playing mind games with Carnesia. Is God? What? Are you talking about like God? Her name's Dia. So how the yes and no works is all the cards are in the upright. If it lands in reverse, it's the opposite, and I take the first card I see. So is Dia playing mind games with Cardi? Who the fuck names their kid Dia? Does that mean God in Spanish? Not no. Interesting. This is interesting. This whole card is interesting because it would be a yes if it was upright, and it's sideways. So what I get here is they're maybe playing mind games, but I don't think it's maybe as intentional as you think it is. Does that make sense? Yes, they're manipulative. Yes, they're fucking around. But remember what I said earlier, you in reality. No one can play mind games with you if you don't buy into the narrative. That's what my last twin flame journey showed me. Like, what am I doing? I'm literally feeding this stupidity. I need to stop. Like, who cares, right? But this is weird. Day. Oh, does it Dia? What does God mean then? Yeah, Dia. Deity? Dia? What's the word for God in Spanish? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. What's the word for God in Spanish? I'm thinking deity? Dia? Dia del Muerte? That's day, right? Day of the Dead? It's the God word. I took Spanish in college. I got an A. I shouldn't have not gotten an A. She gave everybody in the class an A, that poor teacher. We scared her. I took 2 semesters. I can understand it, but I can barely speak English. Dio, thank you, King Koopa. Dio. I was so close. I was one fucking letter away. All right, you guys are ready for a collective love reading? Since we're just hanging out here. How's that now? Oh, baby, go, baby, baby. I love my baby. Oh my God, you guys, this is so sweet. She's like, are you going to tell them about my humiliation this morning? Yes. Okay, so, and I've had Satnin for like 7 or 8 years. How old are you going to be? She'll be 8 this year. We got her, I think it was like February, 7 years ago. This morning, she did the cutest thing she's never done before. So usually, I just moved again, moved a lot. And this is the permanent place though. And this place is all carpeted except for like the kitchen and the bathroom. And usually in Florida, like it wasn't carpet, it was like hardwood floor. And the last place it was also tile. And there's carpet here. So I don't know if it has to do because it's carpet now and she tried it or she's never tried it. But this morning we got up, I let them out of their room. She came into the bedroom. I was doing work. She tried jumping on the bed to be with me and she fell over. I felt so bad. Sorry, baby. She tried to jump up. Oh, awesome, honeybee. Awesome. She tried to jump up and she fell over and she was so embarrassed. She ran away because she's a Virgo. Satnin's a Virgo. She's a triple Virgo with triple Scorpio. So she's very, like, she does not like to be embarrassed. And she ran off and I was like, Satnin, come here. And then she dumped at me like it's my fault that she fell over. But I have never, in all the years we've been together, she's never tried to jump on the bed to be with me in the morning. And then I picked her up and I put her on the bed and we cuddled and I did my work and she liked that. She just wants to be with me all the time. That's all she wants. She just wants to be with her mama. We're supposed to be inseparably one. If I could attach her to the front of me with little baby Bjorn, then I would. Okay, let me check that, babe. Let me check, honeybee. Okay, let's see. All right, honeybee. So if you have the question, please drop it, darling. And let me know your question. And also what kind of, okay, so I have a lot of decks. You drop your question, I'll meditate to see, I'll give you a couple options for decks, okay? Unless you know that there's one I have that you've seen that you want me to use. So where did you send to, sweetie? Why would I get, sometimes I get these emails, I'm like, where did you pay me, babe? So honeybee, let me know where you paid me because I don't see any money. I don't see no money, huh? Oh, Zelle. Oh, we love that. Thank you. Zelle's my favorite. Sometimes Zelle takes a minute. I'll just check my bank account. All right. So you just want a message from your guides? Is that all? You don't have a question about anybody? Which is fine. Again, I don't care. You're the boss. You're the boss, honeybee. I just work here. So do you have a question about something? Do you want to find out about Kay or do you want to just hear what your guides want you to know? Let me know. Free fossil show. Cool shit around here. I'm scared of eating chicken lately. Are you guys? It's like, unless it comes from a farm and I know that it was a real chicken, I don't want to eat it. It's sad because I fucking love chicken. Hold on. Sorry, someone just texted me and I don't know what's going on. Where am I? Who am I? All right. Okay, so what is the question, babe? Yes, no question. Maybe how can I improve about work? I guess now. Oh, maybe there's only 3 to 5 cards, right? So it's just a mini, babe. So you only get one question, honey. So that's just how psychic power works. I can't ask 2, 3 questions that don't. Again, that's another sign you're dealing with a fraud too, unless it's like you, the psychic energies, like you know, asking about one person and getting more answers than versus like, you know, asking about whatever. So, sweetie, it's up to you. It's only gonna be 3 to 5 cards, darling. So you let me know, okay? Is that something else? Did I buy? What did I get the other day? Girl, sometimes I'll be shopping and I don't even know until later, and I'm like, what did I spend money on? And I don't even shop that often, but sometimes it does be like easy to forget. Oh, is there shit outside my door? Uh-oh. Amazon has arrived. Oh well, it can sit outside my door. They can deal with it. How much was this order? Okay, that's what it was. Okay. I got a sun visor. I had to get a new sun visor. Sun here is like a really powerful thing. Very powerful sun. Okay, sweetie. So, okay, just a general, leave it to my guides. All right, so now what's your sign or whatever? Do you have a preference of a deck that I use? How about this one? I'm going to pull out a couple. What else? What else might honeybee like? This one. Ooh, and this one. I don't know why I'm getting these. These are very feminine decks. So tell me which one you want. Those are the 2 decks that a lot of feminine energy on both of the decks. Maybe it's because you got honeybee as your name. Libra. Oh, that's why. See? See, I knew. That's how psychic I am, you guys. I said a lot of feminine energy, and she says I'm a Libra. Talk about feminine energy. That's Venus ruled. They're definitely the sweetie, sensual yummies of the group. Which one do you want, babe? The red one? Okay. You have an energy. Came through to me. So let us pray. All right, so spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors. Let me Palo Santo out this deck. I don't use it very often, really. To be honest, I hardly ever use it. I never take it out vending. I think I did last year around Halloween season. But some decks are too heavy. Honestly, there's a lot of decks I don't bring just because they're too heavy. I took my grunge tarot yesterday and I had to take it out of its box. It has 3 boxes. And I didn't want to carry the 2 heavy boxes. So a lot of my decks are just in heavy boxes and I'm not hauling that shit around. Ain't hauling that shit around. All right. All right. Oh, that's too bright. Oh, what's it at? What have I done with it now? Oh, they're okay. All right, spiritual guides, angels, and ancestors, everyone in the best and highest good of honey. She's here today seeking a message from you through me to her. Keep my ego and misinterpretation out of it. Let me see what she needs to see, hear what she needs to hear, and know what she needs to know. So, honeybee, what will happen is it's usually just, you're going to know, right? Because I don't know. Usually when I do a message from the guides, it's like full on, but this is just a mini, so we'll just see what comes out. So what is it that Honeybee needs to hear? What does she need to see? What does she need to know? Spirit, tell me in this moment. Give me a message, a small message, 3 to 5 cards for Honeybee. What is it that she needs to know? So I'm a pop reader, as you know, honey. So if it pops, it pops. What does Honeybee need? Ooh, they're not coming out. Okay, 1, broom. Okay, girl. This is about you changing, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Interesting. This is a death card, so we have Scorpio energy straight away. Okay, there's the rest of it. This came out sideways. Scorpio energy with the King of Cups. Are you dating a Scorpio? That's a Scorpio card too. Knight who's taken a long time and stresses you out. Girl, what? Okay, well, this is interesting. And then we have the divine timing. Wow. Okay, well, this is a juicy little read here, darling. Now, divine timing, this is about the Wheel of Fortune. It says, if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. Well, that might be some advice. Patient Witch. Okay, girl, you're getting 1, 2, 3. You got 3 major arcana and just a little mini reading. Learn to be comfortable with sitting whenever necessary. And this is about messaging. Are you waiting on a message for somebody, sweetie? What's going on here? You're Libra, so you might have more than one suitor. So I don't know that this is about Kay. Are you waiting on someone? Something changed regarding a sideways King of Cups. It's both Scorpio energy. We have the Death because something took too long and it stressed you out. Were you in love with someone else or working with someone else? That was a King of Cups. Scorpio's card, but it doesn't have to be a Scorpio. Could they just have those placements? I have strong Scorpio placements. I'm not a Scorpio and I only have 1 Scorpio placement, but it's my rising. What's going on here, Honeybee? So it seems like you moved on from something, yeah? Because you're tired of waiting and being patient. Whoa. And on your own. Whoa. Yeah, somebody left you out in the cold. Okay, so I don't know if this is about that person or if this is about Kay, because I don't know Kay. But I see here you had to change something because you didn't want to wait for... I was dating a Scorpio, but I stopped. Okay, well, there you go, guys. Now you can see. Well, why am I reading about this? Do you still think about him? Do you still have feelings? Scorpio's hard to shake. Because this says, slowly but surely you're going places. We all get a little bit carried away with our worries sometimes. So I don't know if he's still thinking about you or watching or trying to contact you, but something has changed here for you. So why is he showing up here? As I didn't feel like it was Kay. I don't even know this Kay person. Were you really in love with him, the Scorpio? Oh, okay. Well, he's in your energy. Of course, he's not going to stop. He's a Scorpio. Are you kidding me? I have to get a restraining order and do some magic spells to protect yourself. Again, if you're powerful, we don't have to harm others. We just put protection around ourselves. Well, maybe this is telling you that he's trying to change. He hasn't quite changed yet. How long were you together with this person? He's strong in your energy, dude. Sorry. I can't help it when these things come up. People get mad at me, but I'm like, why are you blaming me? I just work here. Like, I don't, if you have, that's why I always tell people, do you have a question? Because then we'll answer the question. But if you just wait for the guides to pop out what's popping out, they may be trying to warn you about something or saying that he's trying to change. But he's definitely in your energy. Spirit, why are we reading about this? Yeah, because you walked away. Well, she already knows she walked away. What are you telling me for? Okay, what else? Oh, God, because he definitely wants to be your emperor. Wow. Okay, we were together a very long time. Okay, that's why. Okay. Letting go made me have to be more independent. That's why we're reading about it. Well, I'm sorry, babe. He's definitely still in your energy, and I'm glad you're becoming more independent. Oh, man, I don't think he likes it, though, at all. Obviously, he's got strong energy here in this reading. So much that your guides are trying to tell you. I don't know if they're trying to tell you to beware. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Ew, and just when I said that, my light flickered. So I don't know if you need protection or spiritual protection or what. To commit more. We'll just wait then. Well, maybe this could be about it too, but this is why I see this though. Okay, so then let me get this message then for you, honey. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And thanks for saying that. See, if people give me one line of information, I can put together a message. Don't wait on anyone. Okay? Because I feel like whatever happened with you and your ex in the past, it was because the motherfucker wouldn't change. And you, in one sense, waited on this ex person to change and they never did. And you're like, well, I gotta peace out, bro, because I need something better. And now here you are again with someone else that you do like, but you're waiting on them. So that has to be a message for you somewhere, right? You don't wait on anyone. You are the prize. You are the prize. Men online, these red-pilled men are like, oh, she's the prize. Yeah, we're the prize, idiot. Do you not understand how all of reality works? We created it. You're supposed to just help us carry, you're supposed to help us carry heavy things and have genetic diversity. And then you got all carried away with yourself and insecure. And then you put yourself in the patriarchy. And now the patriarchy is crumbling. We still don't have any power. All the polarities have been switched because of the patriarchy. And now they're like, well, you think you're the prize? Yeah, we are the prize, stupid. Without women, there'll be no humans. So, duh. So, I'm telling you, you were the prize here, honeybee, and you shouldn't wait on anybody. So if what you want is something that Kay can't give you, period, then you should move on. Or if you don't want, then you should date other people as well along the way, right? Nothing wrong with dating more than one person at a time, especially if you're honest and open and it's just really casual and not intimate or whatever. That's what I have. But you see, so it's like if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. So you might need to do some love working. You are a Libra. You ruled by Venus. Maybe you need to just attune something. Why are you waiting for men? Don't wait for a man, please. So maybe Kay will change, maybe he won't. This is a sign that you don't want to get stuck in the same cycle as you did before, right? So it says change. You changed. You're waiting on something, and that stressed you out. And it could be also related to this King of Cups, even though he's not a Scorpio. Kay isn't a Scorpio. He could still be representing the King of Cups in your mind. Yeah, 2 of Wands, a decision. Okay, thank you. So basically it's up to you, right? Do you want to wait? Do you want to see? Do you want to grow with this person? Or do you just want to keep exploring your options? But that's what I have for you, darling. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just more of a message of don't stress yourself out waiting on someone. Just live your best life. Because I feel like when it's right, it'll happen, right? Like you'll know, they'll be ready, you'll be ready. That's when it's aligned. But I'm trying to call in my life mate, and the people I work with are trying to call in their life mates. So I don't need any more dating at my age. Like I date because I like to have fun and meet people, but everyone's different. I'm like old now. She's old. She's an old one. So I don't think that's bad. I just think it's about, it seems like you want it right now and it's taking longer than you want. And maybe you're hoping for someone to change. And maybe this is not your ex. Maybe it's about Kay. And he's just not quite there yet. Because if he went through something, then he's not going to be a King of Cups upright. Now, in reverse, I would say run the fuck away, because that's someone who hides and manipulates and doesn't express their feelings. But it didn't come out. Reverse came out sideways. So maybe Kay just is a slow burner. He could be a slow burner. Aw, that's good. Well, I like that. That's why I said earlier when you're like, should I break up with him? And I was like, no, just keep dating him. Just maybe he's a slow burner and he just takes a long time. Sometimes they do. Someone I used to hang out with before told me it took him a couple of years to fall in love with his partner. I was like, a couple of years? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. But everyone's different, So maybe he's just a little slower. Maybe he's a slow moving vehicle, which we have right here, the Knight of Pentacles. What is Kay's sign? Is he a Taurus? Or an Aries or something? Or an Aquarius? Knight of Pentacles, slowly but surely you're getting somewhere. So it's going to happen, so don't let it stress you out. Just change something in yourself. Find a hobby. I don't know. Lots of ways we can regulate our nervous system. Aquarius, see, yeah. Very slow. Aw. Oh, yeah. Aquarius is forever slow. Forever slow. So, and that's a good match for a Libra, too. So maybe it just takes a while. Maybe he's just a slow moving vehicle and he'll open up and he'll get to know you more. Just don't stress yourself out about it. That's the message from your guides. Don't stress yourself out about it, right? Just keep working on you, and that will help you with any anxiety to calm your nervous system and get regulated. Oh my God, I'm going to do another fucking certification. I'm like, Selena, do you really need this? I'm like, well, I haven't done my love and relationship coaching. I did it 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago, kind of around this time after the second false flame journey. I was like, whoa, I need a real revamp if this is the path I keep choosing. And I'm going to do again, but it's going to be around nervous system in relationship making. So I'm getting ready to do another long certification course that costs a lot of money about love and relationship, but it has to do with the nervous system and our attachment style, like anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, and disorganized attachment. Because I'm getting more clients that want to call in their mate. And so I'm like, okay. And they all have fucking unregulated nervous systems. Like, okay, well, I don't think you're going to get the man you want with that kind of energy. So I got to help my people. That's why I charge so much. If y'all knew how much money I had spent on the path that I've had, and you're like getting my 25 years of experience plus all of the trainings I've had, you're paying for life. And also, too, my shit is not that expensive compared to these other fake ass bitches I've met that charge way more and don't even have any spiritual qualifications, or they shouldn't be doing any of it. So I have fair pricing. Much for some people and just right for most people. Or slightly out of their, I don't want to pay this, but I'm going to, and it works, right? Because it's stretching them a little bit, their trust, their faith. Should I pay for this? Don't be like me. I used to throw around my money. Like I said, I was always looking for something. Okay, guys, I think we're done now. I've been on here 2 hours. Satnin says we're finished. Well, thank you, Honeybee, for getting a reading. Good luck with your Aquarius. It does take a while. Just be gentle and loving and sweet. And just love yourself and get busy with the hobby or something so you don't get anxious around them. Men smell fear. They're like animals. So unless anyone else has a question, I'm going to peace out. Oh, I'm going to peace out. I appreciate you. You have a good day. I'll keep this reading up for 2 weeks, okay? And everybody, if you want a personal reading, just write to me. Email me at magicrabbittarot@gmail.com. This is the table. Here's my Satnin. Here's her new plinth. Yeah, baby. Say hi, babe. This is the magic rabbit y'all are paying for. I kissed her. That's what's pink on her. Oftentimes you'll see my rabbits all have like pink and red on them. It's my lips. It's my lips, baby. And she's here. Eating demons, absorbing negativity. Living as the Dharmapala Mount she is. Look at her. This is a good baby. Yeah, baby. This is a good baby. Never been a rabbit Dharmapala Mount before. World ain't seen the likes of us yet, huh? Okay, everybody. So I don't see anybody has a question or anything. If you do want a tarot reading, you know how to reach me. And until next time, I love you guys. Remember, you create your own reality. Make it a good one. And you're one of countless living beings that is co-creating reality. So don't shit on other people because it'll just come back to hit you in the face. Remember the law of action and effect. What we put out there comes back. And besides, if you have evil intentions or negativity towards others, you probably need mental health help. Because what? Bye.